Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We're on Taranto Coastline. And today spawning on the right is Across the Pacific with the British forces, who's gone for Indian artillery. And on the left is TakePTOandPlayCoh3 with Afrika Corps, unselected on the battle group currently. Patreon backers submitted a game. The rankings, I think around 500 for Across the Pacific, 360 for TakePTO.
Defensive position completed. Over we go. Start filling those sacks.
Patriots and capping up on the side. Two engineers start for Across the Pacific.
Sandbag position done.
Can move like right to the edge here. Yep. Quite often you can set it up so that you've got like maybe two models at the front in the actual cover here, and then maybe one model right on the edge capping. That was fine. Managed to get the cap off thanks to the sapper's fast capping speed. Capping up with the sappers on the far side. If you know, like, you're up against a Krudschützen, usually you want to put a mine down on this point. And then that would have been a dead crud. Had the munis for it as well. So that would have been like a very, like a game-winning move almost right out off the start. Look out the crud that early.
Fieldcraft kit is on its way. Okay, can we get back to work now? Infantry.
There's 2-on-1 here. This area isn't like that valuable. Don't need to prioritize it. It's not, you know, not too many resources in this spot. Some munitions have been spent by Across the Pacific. Sure on what? It's the cap off here. Chase that away.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Okay. 3 sections. Gotta be careful. That's probably when I'd hit retreat at this stage. Always like on this map, retreating across here. Very dangerous. Can quite often get it set up for a squad wipe. You never know what's going to be there. It looks like it's going to be fine on this occasion, but it's not a risk I'd take. Could be like a 250 coming in or something like that, and the squad could rotate, this one could come down, set up a bit of a firing line. TakePTO tries it, but it's just a little bit too weak. If he saw it coming earlier, it might have worked out better. And then it costs him his own squad.
A capture point is being taken from us.
Okay, tech's coming up. Got assault greens on the field now.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Easy one here in the middle.
Has been claimed by the enemy. The enemy has taken a victory point.
Okay, infantry training for Across the Pacific. Not going to go for a vehicle straight away. Oh, that was a close call. I think this map is like very suited to vehicle play.
Proximity alarm near ammunition.
You can dominate the top area of the map so easily if you're using vehicles. I would generally favor something like that over rushing an infantry upgrade like this. But maybe that's just my style.
Laying mines here.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
It's quite a difficult map as well to like rotate an AT gun up to the top.
We have vehicles available
If you try
in
and
reserve.
operate an AT gun up here, it can get flanked through this avenue so easily. So it means that whoever, if one player has a vehicle, one doesn't, they can dominate this side of the map. And it can be quite hard to handle.
A track-mounted flak feeling
The
is
flak
ready.
feeling hitting the field now for TakePTO at a pretty reasonable timing.
Territory secured. All quiet.
It's good movement there. You kind of want to like do that seesawing.
Small arms fire.
Try to force the crud to be moving so it's got worse accuracy, worse burst lengths. Maybe you can accidentally like bait the opponent into driving too far forwards and end up killing it. Okay, Humber started up now. I think this is a mistake. I think the Humber, like, yeah, if you're gonna get it, you need to build it as soon as you get resources for it, not go for infantry training first. It's kind of like you need to have the impact from about 5.5 minutes onwards by rushing it out. It just doesn't have a particularly good matchup in the head-to-head. So that could be a bit of an issue. Should probably, even though there's a sweeper running around, I'll probably still plant a mine here. But alright. A little bit strange to see PTO build Panzerjägers when he could have called them in. You know, we're at the past 6-minute mark. Maybe he's planning to call in a LEIG later on, though.
That was close! Too close!
A victory point is being
We
taken
could
from
set the
us.
squad back here, just camp it, try and
Ready to assault!
shut down the cap for a little bit longer. Oh, that's dying really fast. Stops the construction.
Victory point under
It's
enemy
done.
control.
Grenade! Fail out!
But yeah, after the decap, I will probably be getting out of there. Wow, retreat from the grenades. T-gun misses. I think those guys maybe were slightly out of range or something.
Hunter hunters!
Jeez. Okay, he went for an AT gun with a 250.
Cruiser here!
Got anything else for us?
That's fine as well. Looks like AcrossThePacfic cancelled the Humber and is going for the Stuart instead.
Location secured.
That's good, but
Can we get back to work now?
a little bit late. You know, unlocking Stuarts now. Got 70 fuel. Stuart should be like hitting the field about now, you know.
Enemy presence! Enemy fire!
So just gonna have to suck it up and deal with the flak in the meantime.
Enemy forces have taken our
The AT's
territory.
down here. Looks like this is trying to head up to the north.
The outfly!
AT rifles can't do much against the assault beams though.
We can't give in!
A victory point is being taken from us.
Gonna get the neutralizer on the fuel.
That should hold you for now.
Victory point lost.
A lot of manpower bleed right now to the flak feeling though. It's up to Vet 1. It's a Peagrin 250. Did plant a mine there, that's good.
Clear the half track.
Just doing a drop off with it. Oh, AT gun's up here. Sounds like it missed its first shot and its second shot somehow. Maybe those who attack grounds didn't have vision. If not, that's extremely unlucky to miss both shots. Wouldn't have got the kill, you know, with one shot. It's full health, but here we go. Stuart finds the flak. Flak pops the AP ammo. The AT gun's too far away, but here come the Panzerjägers, not on prioritized vehicles.
Gas for the munitions point.
Comes in from the back.
Keep firing! Don't
Drops the assault greens on the AT gun. Oh, but gets the 250 kill with the AT gun. That's pretty good.
We have lost the transport.
But there's no support up here right now for this AT gun.
We are losing ground for the
It's
fuel
overrun.
point.
Just need to get out of here with the Stuart at this stage. Even though this is down to one model, it's just too risky to stay in.
Vehicle has captured ground without ever stepping outside.
Gonna go for the steal on this now. Oh, did one rifle squad, one section get wiped there? I didn't notice that. Ouch. This was the one that was over here. That's a big setback. And it looks like he's going to get away with that too. Running out with this engineer instead of repairing. Getting the repairs on the Stuart. Like, the Stuart should already just about be ready to fire again. Don't see any upgrades on it either. Right, because if it had the
Neutralized by the enemy.
commander, would see it popping out, and if it had the other one, would see it repairing itself while stationary. So that's, you know, as soon as you get it,
Victory point
the
under
Stuart, you
enemy
should be going for
control.
one of those two upgrades, I feel. Vehicle survival, smoke package, whatever it's called, and or the commander, one or the other. So it's a problem. 2 AT guns now. Stuart gonna have to be careful, especially around this area of the map. And maybe this is a good opportunity to go for the smoke package to avoid getting in trouble and dodging the double ATs.
Encroaching on us.
Is holding pretty nicely here. Probably need to rebuild the AT gun at this stage as well as across the Pacific. Or maybe not at... Oh yeah. Thought maybe he'd already... No. It's just getting his tick up now. Because it's just too hard to deal with the flak with handheld anti-tank and the Stuart at this stage. Stuart's got too much stuff that can zone it away from the flak feeling. Need that long range firepower of an AT gun.
I hope they didn't hit something in front.
So I probably would have done that before tech, but gone. The cheaper reinforce, which is going to help things out a lot. Getting that at a good timing in terms of command points as well. Like, nice work there.
Awaiting requisitions.
Okay, yeah, just... Okay, did go for the commander now. But as I say, I think in this situation, when you're up against double AT guns, the flak feeling with the Vet 1 and Panzerjägers, it's tough. Flak feeling taking an awkward path back here. Oh, it's trying to survive. Oh, and they get the Gurkha wipe. Nice work there by Across the Pacific.
We are taking casualties.
And I don't know what the Krautschützen was doing, but it's dead now as well. That's a big relief in terms of map control. Should be able to hold on to this area of the map much more effectively now that Krautschützen's dead. It's really good news. But we do have a Panzer 3 in the build right now. Okay, why can't I see it?
We have lost control of a victory point.
Minefield completed. Now we wait.
A fuel point is being taken from us.
Mine up there, not too big of a deal. Bit slow getting the Stuart going again. I'd say that's probably like one of the main issues so far. Every time the Stuart takes damage, it's just been out of action for so long.
Enemy the meaning of precision.
Need to make it a higher priority to get the vehicles repaired up. But yeah, no AT gun in support just the Stewart. I'm not sure if the sections have snares yet. I
Stand up here.
don't think I've seen one thrown.
Don't look at me. Look at me.
Could, I suppose, go for a Crusader, but
The enemy has 300 points.
I think I'd probably just go for an AT gun and save for the Matilda. Safe option. Here we go. And there goes the Stewart.
The enemy has taken a victory point. We have command points awaiting assignment.
Just pause it here for a second. Yeah, I think, yeah, as I said, that's where the smoke package could really come in handy. This is probably like the most likely area for all the AT guns to be in, because as I said, it's just harder to use them in other spots of the map. So as soon as you take one shot here, you need to just exit like ASAP. You can't be mucking around. It's just way too risky. You need to be really sharp on the control. So that's a big loss. That's
New Tiger
a
tanks
big
will be
problem.
made available shortly.
Here comes the AT gun now. Could have been like in a situation. I think I was thinking about maybe like a trade-in on the Stewart, but I think I probably would have held on to the Stewart until a tank had hit the field. It's just too risky otherwise. AT gun having a bit of troubles right on the edge.
They rip us apart. Damn it.
Bit risky with the Gurkhas, but it works out okay.
Pioneers have the sector.
Down on the VPs, but it's not a disaster. TakePTO also, like, not with that big of an army, has lost a
Hunter
couple
4
squads.
standing by.
But oh boy, has been investing into all this side tech. It's gone for the P4 column with the assault greens. And did end up going for a Crusader. I think still the Matilda was the right call. It's just the Crusader against double AT guns and maybe superior numbers of tanks. It's just too fragile. It's going to die too quickly. It's the Matilda, you can keep it alive.
A munitions point is being taken from us. Our territory is in enemy hands.
Yeah, this is not good.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Retreat. Oh no, what are they doing still in here? Luckily the Panther 4 gets cold feet.
Territory lost.
Getting away.
Heavy losses.
A victory point is being taken
Here
from
come the
us.
AT guns.
Casualties.
I mean, I suppose it did deter the squad from getting chased down, but
Medium panzers
if
ready.
PTO recognized the situation, like, oh, I've got a 2-on-1 here,
Victory point under enemy control.
he would have started the chase earlier, and that could have been trouble for the Crusader. So yeah, I always have like my engineers bound to control 7, so that whenever I have repairs that need doing, just hit 7 and then right click my tank.
Take cover.
T-gun's in a compromised position here. Might need to use the Gurkha's vet here. Looks like they gave up the chase, but I thought he was going to need to use IO Gurkhali to
Get us into the action.
try and save it there. At this amount of health, there's not a lot of fighting that I'd probably be wanting to do, so I'm instead trying to push up here. I set my AT gun back to heal
Engage all contact.
and try to solidify my squads to guard the VP behind the Stewart or
Command
something.
points available.
Forward, taking damage. Scatter them. 1, 3. We're taking high
It's
damage.
working out alright at the moment. Crusader's healthy again. I think it's got the 75mm up gun as well. Is it 75mm or is it 60? Either way, up gun it is.
Pioneers under fire.
Okay.
Hunter, watch the traverse.
Okay, Here comes the AT gun now. I was going to say, you need to make sure the AT gun's like at least around here. If you're going to try and make a move like this. Oh boy. Oh, that's really slow exiting. Oh no, what was that? Got a wipe down here though at least, but yeah, that was doomed to fail.
We've done what we can.
Just outgunned 2-on-1 here, even without the AT guns coming into play.
We're losing grasp of a victory point!
That was not going to work. But the Vietnam Gurkha's pretty strong down here. Okay, this is way too risky pushing the AT gun that far forward, especially running past the VP flag like that, and your opponent could see the AT gun out of position, just charge in on top of it. Did see support locked in. A lot of command points for TakePTO. Guessing he's just going to go straight for the loiter, which is going to make it difficult for the Matilda, that AT loiter. Where's this mid truck going? Oh boy, AT gun's getting overrun up the top here. Yeah, this is just something you can't do. Like, if you have a lone AT gun up here, it has to be like guarded with loads of mines, lots of snaring squads. That is all your other tank. You know, you can't be having it up here completely undefended. It's a recipe for disaster. Mid truck got away as well. It's unfortunate. Matilda just
We have surplus munitions.
not fast enough to chase
We're
it.
losing grasp of a victory point.
Still up here, though. Didn't kill it off, which probably should have done. This is really risky with the Gurkhas. Maybe could have thrown out a smoke grenade on them. Ouch.
You have available command points.
Gurkhas go down. Tries to do some attack rounds through the smoke.
Contact with infantry!
He's still alive. Oh, he goes and steals that. So now it's triple AT guns. Okay, that's going to be extremely hard to deal with.
We have vehicles available in reserve.
Probably Across the Pacific needs to rebuild AT guns at this stage. Just need long-range firepower to deal with all the vehicles on the other side. For guards, I do quite like them on this map. Just, you know, they can play around a lot of these shot blockers. And if they catch the enemy's anti-tank guns out of position, they can do massive damage to them. Both with the SMGs and the grenades, so I do like them on this map, but
Near our victory point.
it's a tough time for them to be hit in the field. He's already outgunned so badly.
The enemy has taken
Britain's
a
still up for
victory
grabs
point.
down here. Yep, Misty recovers it. So yeah, Matilda here. Make sure it's supported, I think is the key. Here comes the AT gun now, but no sneering squads. The AT rifles are up the top.
M34 and crew standing by.
Location secured. Holding.
This is just an extremely tough spot to try and come back from. Twice the army size for TakePTO at this stage. probably, if he spent his command points, could call in the loiter and just win the game right here.
Territory lost.
Drawing some units away here.
Maschinengewehr crew ready.
Probably just crawl out of this machine gun
Enemy
right on the
forces
edge.
have captured a victory point.
Need.
Vehicles must maintain the pressure, no matter the cost.
Didn't manage to, that's alright. Stop the VP drain at least. So I think for across the Pacific, got to get a good off-map airburst on the AT guns. Generally, at least 2 of them have been used right next to each other, so that's good news. I'll try to set up like a hectic fight. Ooh, rifle in. Wow, that's a great connection. This is a pretty good hold right here. Just need to back up the Matilda a little bit because the AT guns are pretty much at max range. Just need to, oh, here comes... Oh, he's gone for the dive bomb. Oh, and it killed everything. Bit slow reacting there. Ouch. Does get away with the machine gun up the top though. But another AT gun decrewed. Just AT rifles and the foot guards here to defend now, and these tanks are still pretty healthy. Probably just come in here and kill off the mid-tent. They're on prioritized vehicles at this stage. Okay, perimeter monitor activated. AT rifle squad's polishing off the decrewed AT gun. He doesn't need 4 of them. Have another talk about this. In those situations when you see the, or you suspect, you don't have to see it, suspect the enemy's AT guns are at max range. You know, if you just back up like 5 range, if they've got them on a move, they'll like pack up, start running forwards, then set back up, and you can just do that like maybe 3 times, like back up 5 range, back up 5 range, back up 5 range, and still be in range of the squads that you're trying to shoot at. And the enemy AT guns, unless they're manually controlling them, running them further forwards so that stuttering movement doesn't work against them. Like, you can get really good results. Take minimal damage and still help force away the enemy unit. But yeah, just need to be a bit sharper reacting to that dive bomb. It can be pretty hard to dodge. I would expect maybe the AT gun to probably get decrewed, but Matilda should have been able to survive. Faster reactions there. Still pretty healthy though. I think there's about half-ish health. Here's a good one. Foot guards aren't chasing though. Oof.
We have lost control of a victory point.
I think they've got enough foot guards to win this fight alone. Rifles are on the other side. Oh, that's such a late retreat. Yeah. It's just not, it's not worth like capping a VP to lose such a valuable squad like the foot guards. Just too late of a retreat. Not good. Looks like the tanks have got the self-repair now when they're out of combat as well, so it's trouble.
Territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
Okay, gets a snare off here, but there's no follow-up. Okay. In that situation, I thought maybe it was going to be a snare on this, but maybe it wouldn't have been engine damage. Hard to open up the panel, see how much health it has. It can be worth doing that, like clicking your enemy's tank, going down here, checking how much health it has, either to see if your snare is going to result in engine damage or to see if it's worth chasing. Like sometimes I'm not sure the health on the enemy tank, during a chase, I'll quickly select it, check the health. If I see it's on like 2 shots, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to chase. Or if it's like slightly above 2 shots or something, you know. If I'm not sure on the break point, like maybe they've repaired it up to an awkward amount of health, or maybe it's hard to calculate because of handheld anti-tank damage coming in, something like that.
Point is being taken from us.
Checking the health by selecting the enemy's vehicle. It's a good option. But yeah, it's very hard to put damage and for it to matter on these tanks
Enemy
now.
forces have captured a victory point.
Rebuilt the AT gun. Oh, machine gun? Yeah, it's probably one of the last things I'll be trying to build right now. I'm up against a dive bomb and a lot of very mobile tanks.
We have surplus munitions to support the war effort.
Something so static is not a good choice. I'd even be more eager to like rebuild the sappers and try to get some mines down. Because I think the main way to come back into this game would be to bait your enemy's tank into a mine and then to be able to kill it off.
What do you need?
I always like piloting a mine here as well if I'm on this spawn. So often it wins me the game. Always plant a mine there at some stage. And this is it here.
Tiger 1 ready to turn the tide.
Luckily the lifter on prioritized vehicles, so it doesn't fire for ages, gets away. Here comes the Tiger for TakePTO now though. Second AT gun for Across the Pacific, that's a good choice for sure. And I think the number one counter to the Tiger at the moment is AT guns with the training, the team weapon training, the extra health, the extra rate of fire. Incredibly valuable. Drop the smoke. Slow reaction. This one's just getting overwhelmed. Thanks.
Panzer Pioneers
Roasted.
reported killed.
Just slow reaction there. The AT gun was already packed up. If it didn't, saw the smoke faster and backed away before it started setting up again, it could have survived.
Panzerjäger infantry defeated.
Panzerjäger's forgotten about down here, they die, but Tiger gets a nuke in there. Okay, he's gonna fight this one to the bitter end, rebuilding the AT gun. No, gonna call it quits.
Today marks a great victory for us. The men rejoice.
So yeah, I think the start was fine. 2 engineers into 3 sections. I'm not a big fan of going for the infantry training upgrade straight away once you get your company command post up. Maybe it's platoon command. Yeah, your tier 2 up anyway. Because, yeah, it's just, you know, that does help you a lot in infantry fights. The Vet 1 is very useful, but especially if you're up against DAC, you know they're probably going to have some light vehicle, either the 8-Rad or the flak feeling, and the Vet on your infantry is just not going to help you that much against either of those. So maybe against Wehrmacht, it's more of an option where they don't have like a super nasty light vehicle that can really dominate you. You know, they've got the Stummel, that's okay, but you know, it's not going to like run you off the map and kill your stuff and wipe you. They've got the 221, but again, that can be handled by AT rifles pretty easily. That's not too scary. And they've got, and you know, you could look out for mechanized and 8-Rad, but You know, it's only going to happen like 1 in 4 times, let's say. So, yeah, against DAC, I think I would not be going for the infantry training. I'll be trying to push out the light vehicle first. Either the Humber, if you can get it out before like 7 minutes, like on the field doing damage. Even then, like 7 minutes is a little bit on the late side. Or the Stuart, which, yeah, with side tech could have come out probably about 2 minutes earlier this game, and that would have been very helpful. But I think the main issue was maybe the AT gun positioning across the Pacific throughout this match. Like, just too reckless with it, pushing all the way up here with almost no support. It's too risky. Need to be more aware of, you know, if your support's starting to wane, if your squads are having to retreat, there's something you have to think about before. Like, okay, my squad here is going to need to retreat in about 5 seconds time. They're in some kind of fight, so I need to back my T-gun away now, leave that squad there for a little bit longer so that the AT gun has like a buffer to run away, and then retreat the squad if it's safe, of course. You know, if you need to get out, you need to get out, but it's something you need to be considering. And just generally support play, like considering how you can use your AT guns and maybe your AT rifle squad, like maybe using them in the same area of the map, maybe trying to come up to one side of the map, bait your enemy's vehicle into some kind of position and then try kill it. I felt like there was very little unison in the AT gun and AT rifle squads. It was kind of haphazardly positioned around the map. Quite often the AT rifle squads seem to be fighting infantry more than fighting vehicles. Yeah, not very many mines in spite of the double engineers right at the start. I mean, that's okay, but because they did end up dying at some stage. But yeah, more mines, of course, very handy, especially up against DAC, who are usually loaded up with vehicles. He did have a sweeper running around for most of the game, but that's fine. As I said, the early mine on the far fuel, very solid option, especially at this ranking bracket. At higher ranks, you know, players often will like drive around and drive onto the far side or something, but at this rank bracket, it's probably a very good option. And eventually, like, you know, even at high ranks, players will forget, you know, maybe it'll be like 20 minutes in and then they'll drive up here and die, but yeah. Anything else? Oh, just too late on the retreats, like trying to like cap with very high value squads like the Gurkhas and the Foot Guards, like capping a VP. It's just not that important unless you're down to like, you know, your last 100 or so. Even then, you know, keeping your squad alive is so much more valuable than trying to cap. So both the Gurkhas and the Foot Guards go down over here. Just, yeah, keeping stuff alive, much more important in this game. Yeah, AT gun support. But yeah, come up with some like kind of grand strategies, you know, come up with some kind of moves to try and deal with your opponent's stuff, like try bait them into some stuff. Maybe try come up to one side. You know, it doesn't matter if you're holding on to like one VP, you got a bit of time to work with, right? So you can maybe set up on one side, get a couple mines down, get your AT guns set up, expect where their flak feeling's going to come in from, and be ready to just like pound it. Maybe have a squad waiting behind some shrubs or something. Just try and knock it out. But yeah, I don't think trying to go for like a BL 5.5 would have been good to try counter these AT guns. It's just not very good. So I think you're fine in that department. Probably better off trying to go for a mortar, if anything. But probably all the time that he had triple AT guns, never really had space to try and build it. You're just too far behind to go for a mortar or something. Just need to rely on the airburst, so it would have been fine anyway. But yeah, maybe, yeah, I'd say control groups as well. You know, as I said, maybe put all your engineers onto one control group so you can speed up repairs. We saw the Stuart was slow to get repairs every time. And maybe similar story, like I always put my T-guns on a control group. If I'm putting them on one control group, or we on control 3, or if I'm splitting them up, using them individually, we control 3 and control 6. Just always have my that same kind of unit on the same control group, so I can just move exactly that unit and bring into fights so much faster without having to like think or move my screen away or trying to like click on something over here or over here or over here or something. Just control groups on specific unit types is very, very handy for speeding up your reactions to what your enemy's doing. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like good game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.